hate to being a woman. Yeah, that could become competitive, right? That could be competitive. What are you saying? But I'm a woman, so I I low-key think I got a right to say it because I own this shit, right? I am physically a woman. I consider myself as a woman. I'm proud of myself being a woman, but I hate to being a woman. That could go alone, right? That always goes together. Because you love woman, you hate woman. You hate yourself being woman. Like, does that make sense? If you're a woman crushing, like, love other women, you're a woman, have a crush with who is a woman, then you might know it. Like, just after you discover that you're self-loving woman, at the same point you discover that you fucking hate being woman. Like, that all goes together always. But today I'm not gonna talk about like a gay things. I'm not gonna talk about lesbian things neither. What I'm gonna talk about today is about body itself, not a part of being a woman as a this socialized 21st century blah 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 cultural background blah blah blah. No, well, it all matters maybe eventually, because like you are not able to just like put it down like I just hate it because of this one reason. There's not no such things like that, because we're adults. We know how the every economy and the social things going on over there, and we all know nothing just happened because of the one reason. Everything is like goes together, goes along. So every single thing is a part of a big result. But like today I just want to talk about my body, woman's body, me being hate to be woman, but at the point of the woman's body, just for a reason that I got a woman's body and I have to go through like all of those kind of things, right? So before we started, hello, my name is Soul. I'm gonna talk about a woman's body from now on. I am a little warning for ya, because I may say something related to it. I am asexual. I'm Asian and woman. Just like I said before. And that's all. That's all maybe you have to know. So, as you live a life, you sometimes compare yourself, like compare with your body, that you owns your whole shit, right? So, did you understand what I'm saying? When you think we usually think about like a logic, right? We think about our body, we think about our mental, our brain. Something happens over there, up here, right? Some brain part, conscious. But so you think this conscious, the brain part owns the whole body, right? Does that make sense? When you live alone, like just alive, when you live a pretty normal life, you never think like hormone system got me. I am a slave of a hormone. I don't have something called logic, mate. I'm just a part of hormone. I'm just a part of this body. I'm just a biological. No, right? We don't consider ourselves like that. We just think we're a thing that who have a logic. We are a person who can think, right? Kinda. That makes us human. That makes us better than any animals, kinda, right? That makes us this, that makes us that makes me to make this grand, kinda. But when you have a body of woman, you just re-recognize In every single month that you never own your body, your brain never, your logic never, right? You are always a slave of the hormone system, right? Literally, guys, literally. So this is the worst part of having a woman's body. So in every month we have something shitty shit called a period, and there's something called as a PMS that comes before period. In my situation, in my case, my personality just became a piece of shit when I going through that whole PMS period. Like, not gonna lie, yeah, if you can just say, yeah, that's because you're a bad girl, like, kinda, that's you're a bitch, like, maybe, maybe, but like, recognizably, it goes bad. Then from that moment, it's not my problem. It's a problem of a hormone, and it is really bad for you to like go like to every single person and like, oh, sorry, I'm on my PMS right now. I have a little bad personality lately. No, you can't say that, right? But like every single month, I discover myself being a bitch for about like a 3 days, and like I'm like, oh yeah, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. I try to take myself, I try to be more patient during that period, but it's really hard. During the PMS period. I've never succeeded. It was pretty bad before. So even my dad discovered it. Have you ever seen the like Asian dad? If they discover something, which means the whole entire world is able to discover. So every single month, there was a 3 days me being an absolutely bitch, and a 3 days me laying on down the bed, just died, and a 3 days try to recover. That's 9 days. That's a little more than a week, right? And then I became me for like several 21 days of a month. And if you feel like you're not yourself for like a 9 days straight, then you started to question yourself, what the fuck am I? Who owns my body kind of thing? And you can't tell that your logic, your brain, your conscious owns you, because it just lose control for the 9 freaking days straight. Which means maybe it's not yours from the first. It's just owned by a hormone, maybe, right? And that feel yuck. For like every single time I'm checking myself, maybe whole my body is ruled by a hormone. It's just ruled by an immune system, everything else over there. And that's like shit. So it's a stupid thing to do, but I really hate it so much. I tried to not drinking water, I tried to not sleep, not eat kind of thing. Just to reveal that maybe my conscious, maybe my brain part of this whole body owns me. Something we can call myself, right? But I failed. So I have to say my brain is just a slave, right? There's nothing that I can call as my own personality, my own taste, maybe, That was like a harsh time of my life. I have a few harsh time, but there's one of them are harsh time. And it is still really bad. Like every time I'm like recognizing that myself, rebelling. Does that make sense? Or rediscovering that I am just a slave of this whole hormone system. It is really easy that it can just got me, It can make me suicide really easy, and like kind of all of those things. Where every freaking time I discover that thing, I'm like, oh yeah. From the first, there was not a single thing that I can call myself. Maybe. And maybe there was another single thing that I can call as a free will, which is I really hate. I hate the concept of, you know, not having a free will for years, because I think that is pretty rude for me to say that to me, because it means I don't have any choice in my whole life, which means I slaved myself. I make myself as a slave of this whole universe, right? And I low-key think that is really not a healthy way to treat the life. Now I fucking believe fate. Guys, not we don't have a free will. Everything is a fate. I'm just kidding, but the one thing that changed my mind was something about hormone. Just after I discovered that maybe my conscience is nothing, something that I call as myself is maybe not a logic that I have, not an experience that I come through, but just a fucking hormone system. Just my personality maybe comes from the hormone system, that they work in a little different way than others, and a bit of experience that I come through. As soon as I discover that one, like it feels like I'm just a piece of shit over there, lolling over there, but like, you know, but it got me. It just got me somehow, and I have to approve it, because there's no way for me to deny it. I see myself struggling. I see myself just be a fucker. I just like almost swear to my dad, which is strictly banned in Asian family. Uh, have you ever see like who is that, African Americans swear to their parents? Never, right? It's the same over here. Maybe more strict. I've never imagined swearing to my mom and dad, like, but I almost did it. It was like insane, and it was nothing. It was just a hormone, and it's just a motherfucking system. It's just a time of just a period of a month, you know, and that is something that should not be happened, right? I am educated person. I literally believed that I can control myself. Was not. Was not. I have no choice, but I have to follow what did my hormone just picked for me. I didn't even know what they picked, but like they were like, oh yeah, it's time for you to be a bitch, and I just become a bitch, right? And which is really not good. If I was not in woman's body, if I was not trapped in this woman's body, maybe I've never discovered that fact, right? That harsh fact. That fact that I take fucking harsh time to discover, right? And then maybe I can live a little more happier as a Dama. But I want it right now. I want it right now. It feels literally suck. Like I don't like it. Like you when someone just, I'm going through like a harsh experience or something, I'm in a sin. There's like few people like come and say like yeah, that maybe become a lesson one day. You will discover something really big over there. Fuck you, I don't need it. I think I'm clever enough, you know, living as a Dama, but happy. Isn't that a bad? Like, just kidding, but sometimes it's really bad. It's really sad. Sometimes for every moment that I want to deny the free will, but I can't, because I mean, I want to deny the fate, something that named fate, or something which literally feels like a fate, or everything. Uh, or like, if every time I see myself excusing something as a fate, make an exclusion out of fate, I just want to deny the fate, but I can't, because that is the conclusion that I come from, from my own experience. that every time that I'm taking over the hormone system, right? And because it's just all the same thing to me, so it's really nonsense for me to just denying something named fate, but not denying the fact that the hormone system is actually got you from like a week and a half for every month. So because I know it's coming, because I'm going through it, because I've gone through it in this month, I would never gonna deny the fate, or never gonna deny the fact that my logic, my brain is actually just a fucking slave of the hormone system. I doesn't have a free will. Maybe I no one has a like powerful free will that they can like ignore everything then just keep going. I discover it, so I can't deny it, and sometimes it feels really bad, because like when you that's a problem of fate. That's a problem of fate. You discover fate. You when you're starting to deny the free will, it is really easy to make an excuse of not doing something, and I hate to do that. But it's always that is in a dilemma. I want to live a life as me. I want to stay calm. I want to stay in my status every moment. Like, I don't want chocolate. I don't want jellies for my snacks. I want myself to control it. I love ice cream, but I don't like want me to be like eager for ice cream, crazy for ice cream, go out from the flat at like a 2 a.m. just for ice cream. No, I don't want myself doing those kind of thing. But I'm doing it because at the moment I'm just a freaking slave of that. Slave of hormone. When hormone thinks you need sweets and I just wake up in the bed and go for sweets. And that's dumb, right? It just keep telling me that there's nothing that you can call as a free will, that there's nothing that you can take over, like how those kind of things you may say it's just a problem of your, patient or everything. It is not. It is not. I'm pretty sure it is not. So that's that, and that's that. And hormones usually break the routines because it's also made out of logic, right? It's made out of logic, like the meaning of like hormones just come out all of a sudden. We recognize that you are a slave of hormone actually means that you have to break every rule that you made by your logic, because it just happened like that. If I were man, that would never gonna happen, right? I can live my life happily ever forever, believing the fucking free will, and I can't right now because I know how my body works. After I discover how my body works, I know how hormone got me and everything else. Ew. And this is the end of May, right? Mine just passed by. It left about 2 weeks for me to starting a new cycle. And I'm shivering. I'm shivering. I wish nothing bad happens at June. Please, myself. Please, hormone. Mercy to me. I hate it. I hate it. It just make me like in a part of a system. It just make me like a machine, machine that ruled by a system. Actually, it is. Actually, it is. Our bodies are just a system, right? But it feels bad when you discover it. Low key, it is. So thank you very much about watching this video till the very end. If you like it, please subscribe. If you don't like it, still subscribe. And please love my shirts. I loved it because I love this shirt. And see you next video. Bye bye. Bye bye.